I can look at you all I want. I married you. Shit.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got C.D. Lamb. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Cowboys and the Falcons, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in just in an absolute free-fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your...
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from the University of Washington.
And it's almost without argument that the biggest surprise of the first round, I would dare say the draft, Michael Penix's selection by Atlanta at number 8 overall. A quarterback was in place in Kirk Cousins. But let's face it, the Falcons knew what they were talking about because here's Penix as their QB1 this year, and they expect him to be for the future.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. Got a man, it's London. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Penix. To the sideline and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott. To throw is Prescott.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Prescott from the gun. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. Now inside the 25. CeeDee Lamb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The Jets beat the Texans 41-6. Wow. Hey.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
I gotta check out those stats.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Falcons offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darnell Mooney the target there, but it's going to be second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On third down, Penix from the gun. Looking deep here from Mooney. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 22 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Completes this one to Pickens. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And they can't bring him down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown. George Pickens, 32 yards. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one deep for London. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They'll throw with Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Penix. Buying time to his left. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Now Prescott. Caught by Montgomery. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. To the air again, Prescott. Forced out to his left. Looking for the end zone. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Falcons offense and Drake London headed back onto the field. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He'll get this to about the 38. But now he appears to be in some pain. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. In motion, the tight end. And looking to throw, Penix. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Robinson up the middle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney from 4 yards out. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. First mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Penix working out of the gun here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Charlie Werner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Final play of the half. Prescott flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start in the Meadowlands, an NFC East battle that pits Washington against the New York Football Giants. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. A touchdown there for Tyrone Tracy. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who have the lead in that one at halftime. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
In the second quarter, Keon Coleman, a touchdown catch in that first half.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Here's 2nd and 7. Prescott now steps away to his left. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
That is caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now up to 14.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis. So to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season.
And he went backwards.
He'll be down at the 30 after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Now Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. David Montgomery, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
To the air, Penix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be a safety valve throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Kaderl Hodge has it complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Complete to Mooney on the slant. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Throwing again, Penix. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Ray McLeod from 6 yards away. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll try and throw with Penix. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he gets it down to the 32. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that. 90 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. On 3rd down, they run with blue.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. So it's a win here for the Cowboys, and it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, sometimes you just have those games where everything's clicking, and this was one of those days. He wound up with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. He was large and in charge all day long.
So for the Cowboys, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Fuck the Eagles. That's what we talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
It's Week 10 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles coming up next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at 8. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
He's coming off a season where he certainly experienced his fair share of ups and downs. On the positive side, he threw for career highs in passing yards and touchdowns. On the negative side, he threw the most interceptions in his career, and his team struggled and collapsed down the stretch. If he can get back to playing mistake-free football without sacrificing his aggressiveness, this team can get back to competing for a Super Bowl berth.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Complete, it's Dotson. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And got his man complete. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Prescott rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Throwing, Prescott. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal at the 1. Montgomery. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They try again with Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. David Montgomery with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Here's 3rd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun, it's Hurts. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Prescott. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Here we go, 46. 46. 46.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 11 yards for number 11. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Smith will come in motion right. Throwing is Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough?
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott now. He's got it complete to Tolbert. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To the air again, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where you see the final score there. DK Metcalf, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Quarterback Justin Fields with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And that one all tied. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Both teams making their final preparations for this second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott from the gun. Flushed out right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Montgomery, another target and catch. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Yeah! Here we go!
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Pushes him over, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Hey, kill.
Here's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey now for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Shipley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Running off tackle with Montgomery. He'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing, Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. first down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start. Number 4.
Yeah, here we go.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw is Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And this won't be enough. Stop the yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run for it. Here's Blue. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and
he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Aubrey good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back to throw now on first down. That one downfield for Dotson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and saying, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Julian Blackman bringing him down. 2nd and 10.
Kill.
Prescott. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Yeah! There we go! Right there!
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah! There we go!
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Now Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Prescott to throw it. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3rd down and 10.
Here we go, 46. Yeah!
Here's Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Dancing to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, Prescott here to throw.
That is incomplete. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that